Mic check. Mic check.
Why am I nervous? This actually doesn't matter.
And we welcome you here to the Blairstown, New Jersey. Well, Blair Academy here in Blairstown, New Jersey for a rainy evening of girls lacrosse between the Gill St. Bernard's Knights and the Blair Academy Buccaneers. Glad you could join us here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Simon Rosenwasser here with you as Blair Academy plays senior night. 5-7 on the season against Gill St. Bernard's 8-7. We're going to hear and see the starting lineups here in just a moment as they announce the seniors here. Elizabeth Pinkerton, Caroline Toll, Jade Torres, and Cleo Bersani, the four seniors for Blair Academy under Allie Dowie in her second season. In the meantime, we'll look at Essie Pasternak, the play-by-player to watch, class of 2019 from Short Hills, New Jersey, leading the team with 33 goals, 43 points this year, a season high 6 goals versus Kittatinny. She's taken some good strides this year. Fantastic seeing the field, and she's been finishing very well this year with those 33 goals here in 2018 to lead the squad. The teams getting ready for this one. Umbrellas on the field. You can see there's a pop-up tent here right on the side of Hampshire Field. It won't be comfortable for those who aren't running around. It'll be comfortable for us here in the press box as those in the stands have their umbrellas out. It is quite chilly as well. We've had some good weather in the last few weeks, and Mother Nature catching up with us. As we get set for this one, they'll announce the starting lineups over the PA system here, and we'll toss it over to the PA when it's time to do so. But Gill St. Bernard's this year, 8-7, coming out of the Skyland Conference. Megan Cassidy is the head coach. And we are ready to hear the starting lineup, so we will toss it over.
Hello and welcome to senior night. For Gill St. Bernard's lineup, we have number 7, Lilla Mortensen. Number 4, Isabel Orazietti. Number 18, Sophie Norbush. Number 21, Lily Cannon. Number 13, Nicole Johnson. Number 28, Lauren Garcia. Number 6, Lexi Yates. Number 2, Haley Armstrong. Number 5, Emily Raya. Number 10, Courtney Hanks. And number 9, Amanda Weiss. And number 25, Catherine Leoudis. And for Blair Academy, on defense, we have senior number 10, Cleo Bersani in goal. Number 2, Peyton Barksdale. Number 3, Corinna Benanti. Number 7, Victoria Benanti. Number 18, Chloe Rayer. And in the midfield, we have number 15, senior Jade Torres. Number 16, Emily Mooney. Number 14, Essie Pasternak. And on attack, we have senior captain number 9, Ellie Pinkerton. Senior number 12, Callie Toll. Number 5, Kate Antonelli. And number 21, Jordan Humphrey.
So the starting lineups are in, and we are set for some ladies lacrosse here on the campus of Blair Academy. Again, Simon Rosenwasser here with you as Blair and Gill St. Bernard's will take the field. Gill St. Bernard's already on the field, and we're awaiting that Blair Academy huddle with Allie Dowie and Sarah O'Neill at the helm as you see some good energy with those Blair Academy Buccaneers here in the last home game of the season. And we will get underway momentarily here. Gill St. Bernards are coming in 8-7, still have a big game to play. They'll play in the NJSIAA tournament. NJ Central Group, and the first group of those central groupings. Obviously a lot of different tournaments here, and Gill St. Bernards will be the number 5 seed in the NJSIAA Central Group 1. They'll play Delaware Valley on Friday. Pingree, the number 1 seed in their bracket. Blair Academy coming off a loss to Pennington, 9-8. And the Bucks and the Knights squaring up at the B. And here we go, off and running. And S.E. Pasternak gets the first touch on it for Blair Academy and brings it into the offensive zone. And quickly in front, it's a shot by Pasternak that goes wide. The leading goal scorer, our player to watch here today. She's been especially active on the ground balls compared to last year. And those ground ball categories, with that ground ball category, it's pretty much if you have a high number, you are a high motor kind of player. And Pasternak has picked that motor up here this year, as well as her top goal scoring. Behind the cage, it's Blair with it, and it's Pasternak flashing, and she's able to finish in the top corner right on cue. It's a 1-0 Blair Academy lead. Class of 2019. So Pasternak the first to score here. And we go right back to the center. And this draw will be controlled by Pasternak yet again. And a whistle is blown, and looks like we're going to head the other way, and Gill St. Bernards will get their first opportunity. And it's Nicole Johnson who brings it up the field, spinning through some players, including Ellie Pinkerton for Blair. And on the far side, picked up by Gill St. Bernard. And the other way we go with Blair Academy. And a goal in front. It's S.E. Pasternak again. And it's quickly a 2-0 Blair Academy lead here in the first half. Good start for Blair. We saw them energized in the huddle, and that has translated to the first couple of minutes here on the field. And the Buccaneers take a 2-0 lead, just 1:40 in. It's Pasternak already with her second goal. Two goals in 2 minutes for S.E. Pasternak. And yet another draw control won by Blair. They've won all three. The only one they didn't win, it was a foul that ended up going the other way, but such a big part of the game, the extra possessions here. And after another draw control is won, the Buccaneers with a 2-goal lead settle down here on offense. In front to scrum, and it's picked up by the goaltender for Gill St. Bernards, and that's Catherine Leotis, 471 career saves. It is a goaltender battle here in this one. Two goaltenders that have had some remarkable seasons and are finishing up their senior campaigns here at the high school level. We mentioned Leotis. We have not had a chance to meet Cleo Bersani, who's between the pipes for Blair Academy, though here's Gill St. Bernard's first sustained attack. And it's Izzy Orizietti, class of 2021, who controls, goes back to Lauren Garcia, key midfielder for Gill St. Bernard's. In the stick of Lexi Yates. Yates off of Pasternak, able to get forward, and then a whistle blown. It'll be a free position opportunity. It looks here for Gill St. Bernard's. A nice run by Lexi Yates. And it's blocked out in front. Comes back out to Gill. Flashing middle. Sticked away. Nice work by Karina Benanti. Benanti with good defense, and here comes the Buccaneers the other way with Ellie Pinkerton. Pinkerton, the captain, missed a long time due to injury. That's why she's playing with that right knee brace, but she's played the majority of the season. It's another goal in front for the Blair Academy Buccaneers, and wow, they turned defense into offense pretty well there. Essie Pasternak, goal number 3 in the first 5 minutes of the game. She scored with 24:06 on the clock, then 23:20 on the clock, now 20:52 on the clock. And the Buccaneers have come out firing here in the rain. Ball going to skip a little bit more, even though it's going to skip more than usual. And the fact that they're playing on turf here at Hampshire Field. And here's another face-off at the middle. Free position opportunity here for Gill. Looking for their first goal. 20:15 on the clock. And it's a ground shot by Lexi Yates. She tries to skip it in. And out of bounds it goes. On the chase, it's won by Gill St. Bernard's. Just over 5 minutes into this one, it's a 3-0, Blair Academy lead. And trying to flash into the middle, Gill St. Bernard's. It's Lauren Garcia, who was trying to make some magic happen, looking for Yates, but it's knocked away by Blair again. Here comes Jade Torres in the midfield, looking for Emily Mooney, streaking the other way. And it is Mooney who uses her body to put that one in her stick. And Mooney on the attack, looking middle, finds an open teammate, and a goal by Ellie Pinkerton. What a play there from Blair, and they're up by 4 here early on. Ellie Pinkerton on senior night. The senior captain makes the play, and it is a 4-0 Blair Academy lead early on. Pinkerton with her 6th goal of the season. She's not been racking up the statistics this year, but she's an important part of the offense, orchestrates things, and works extremely well off the ball. That time, found herself in the right position and finishes to give Blair a 4-0 lead. First time these teams have played since 2016. It was an 18-15 win for Blair. As we're back to the action, Blair Academy. have a substitution here. Gill St. Bernard's worth mentioning. Pretty much nobody on the bench, as the Bucks have it on offense again. So the Knights are extremely thin at this point, and they're unable to stave off this initial onslaught by Blair. They're back in the offensive zone again, are the Buccaneers. Trying to flash it into the middle. It's knocked away by Emily Rea of GSB, and here she comes the other way. Speedy, class of 2020, up the left wing. And it's Nicole Johnson who receives. Lost it for a moment, and then another, but then picks it back up. And Nicole Johnson will settle things down now in the stick of Lexi Yates. Orizetti flashing, and Blair knocks it away. They've been solid on defense here today. And this is a defense that Coach Ali Dowie has said is the best defense that she has coached. As we've got a whistle and free position here for Blair at the midfield. And an easy opportunity to bring it into the offensive zone. It's Pasternak going right in on Cage. And then she's fronted up, so she looks for a cutting teammate, and that one goes off the pipe. It stays here with Blair. That was Caroline Toll looking for the goal, but nothing doing. Under 17 minutes to go here, 4-0 to score. Trying to get our scoreboard right back up and running, and we'll do that momentarily. As Essie Pasternak passes off, it's Caroline Toll who makes a move at the top. Double teamed, and eventually the battle won by Lexi Yates, the midfielder who was back on defense. But then a good play by Katie Antonelli. Excuse me, that was Jade Torres in the midfield trying to win possession back. And it is Blair Academy ball with Pasternak again, and with 3 goals to earn her name. Now an assist, as it's Jordan Humphrey who comes in and scores the goal, and Blair Academy up 5-0 here early on in this one.
Go, Lauren! Go, Lex!
Free position here for Gill as they possess in the offensive zone. And it's knocked away here by Blair Academy, as it's really coming down here from Blair. And the Buccaneers, who have worked so well in transition, try to do so again, leading the break. Number 9 and Ellie Pinkerton scoring a goal. Good defense there by Gill. It was another good opportunity coming. Emily Mooney's pass deflected, and it's picked up by Lexi Yates, who has led the team so far with possession here. 18 goals and 22 assists on the season. Has scored 6 points twice this year in a game. Gill looking for their first goal. And they will get it. Courtesy of number 28 in Lauren Garcia. Garcia scores the first goal of the game for Gill St. Bernard's, and maybe that'll break the ice for the Knights. So you can hear the rain coming down hard here in Blairstown. No lightning in the area. And that's really all we're concerned with. As long as the lightning stays off, we're okay here from Blair Academy. And so far, just an indication of rain. And that's it. So the score 5-1. And the important part of the game now is the draw control. Here's another opportunity and a goal. Wow, so quickly for Lauren Garcia. She scores 2 goals in 12 seconds. And just like that, Gill is back in this. It's 5-2 with 13:44 on the clock.
Let's go, Lauren! Keep going! Come on, Lex! Go, Lex! Go!
And back to the B. This one picked up by Pasternak. Good stick work from her. And Blair settles down up by 3 now. Scoring the first 5 goals. Pasternak with 3 goals early. And flashing into the middle and scoring for Blair, number 15. And Jade Torres, her first of the game. And a good answer from Blair Academy just as Gill was working its way back into it. The score 6-2. And it's a flurry of goals here early on. Just 12 minutes in. Tough to play defense here. Keep your feet moving. Slick surfaces. Gives that offensive player just a little bit of an extra edge.
Come on, Lexi!
.12:45 and counting here as Blair Academy possesses. And back into the stick of the senior goaltender. And Catherine Leotis waiting for a player to flash into an open spot, and she gets it to her teammate. And it's Lila Mortensen. And then up the right side, Lauren Garcia. You can hear a crowd member saying wheels, and that's what Garcia has. She showed it earlier, winning the faceoff and then going and scoring quickly. 2 goals in quick succession for Lauren Garcia. But this time, it is not Garcia. It is number 6 in Lexi Yates. And Yates' first goal of the game makes it 6-3. Looks like we might have a high-scoring game here today, which was the case the last time these two teams matched up back in 2016, an 18-15 win for Blair Academy.
Sit, Lex. Sit, Lauren.
We are 13 minutes into this game.
Here we go, 1-1. Go, Lauren.
As Gill wins yet another draw control. Here's Yates with Lauren Garcia. 6 goals in her last game, Lauren Garcia, against Warren Hills. It was her season high. She's already got 2 here today. Just over halfway done the first half. Get that scoreboard back up and running here as soon as we can. And things difficult here with the rain and the infrastructure. Here is Lauren Garcia, doubled well and forced to sail it over the head of her intended target. And Lexi Yates. It's been Yates and Garcia. Well, this time Orizetti trying to win it back for Gill. But it is Blair Academy who takes it, and Emily Mooney who tries to settle down. Finds an open teammate, and it's Kate Antonelli. Antonelli, 25 goals in 2018. None yet here today. Jade Torres, who scored earlier, in front. It's a good save by Leotis on Ellie Pinkerton. And a loose ball tracked down by Blair on the far side. Here with 10:40 to go, 6-3 Blair. The Buccaneers possessing the offensive zone. And settle down the pace. Each team still with 3 timeouts left. Strikes me as a game where both teams are going to want to keep it moving with the rain pouring down as it is. Buccaneers with some good passing and trying to finish it. Squirts across the goal mouth and then settled down into the stick of Leotis. Courtney Hanks with some heady play for Gill St. Bernard's and good defense in the midfield for Blair. Zora Bissell made the play, and now in front it's a good opportunity, but a shot off the pipe for Jade Torres. Trying to clear and has to go back to her defender behind the cage to finally get it into some open space for Gill. And across the midfield line, it was Emily Rea who initially cleared, and now all the way up, here comes Gill. And good work, point blank, finished off Lexi Yates, 6-4. And Yates with 2 straight goals. It'll be a goal for Gill St. Bernard's, and Allie Dowie is going to call the timeout. So we'll get a look at the Blair Academy huddle and look at Allie Dowie, who is in her 2nd year. 8:43 on the clock. Assistant field hockey coach. Went to Bates College and played there. 4-year starting defender. Good energy, obviously bringing Blair Academy to a good start here. And wanting to get a win for her squad. And she's been so happy with what her squad has been able to give to her in the 4 years that she's excuse me, the 4 years that some of these girls have played here and now are graduating on. But Allie Dowie doing a phenomenal job as the girls lacrosse coach here for the Blair Academy Buccaneers, and providing me with some great information about the team, which is always appreciated as a broadcaster. And you can see her team started off hot, and they've slipped a little bit. And the score 6-4 here as Blair Academy and Gill St. Bernard's do battle. Gill from Peapack in Gladstone, New Jersey. And we'll get set for the restart of the game here. Good crowd on hands. And Cleo Bersani getting a good cheering on for Blair Academy Buccaneers, the senior, who, as Coach Dowie said, gets better every single day. At the face-off X, it'll be Emily Mooney, who Coach Dowie said has had a breakout season this year in terms of her field sense, among other things in her game. And they're excited to have her playing at the level that she is. Another face-off one here by Blair Academy. It's Pasternak flashing all the way towards the goal, and she drives in one into the upper 90. She didn't score since her first 3 to lead off the game, and now she scores her 4th and re-enters the eye here of all those watching this game. And Pasternak gets that one in. 8:31, a sign of good coaching. 12 seconds after the timeout was called. Blair back on the board and back up by 3. So 8:20 to go. Our scoreboard back up in somewhat functional here. At least we got the time and the score. That's what you need to see. And Blair with a 3-goal lead, trying to make it more, but unable to solve. The experienced goaltender in Catherine Leotis, who's inching in on 500 career saves. Dangerous clear attempt, and Emily Mooney has been all over the place. And she's called for the violation in a free position here for Gill St. Bernard's as she bumps Lexi Yates down to the ground, and Lexi Yates has some wheels up the left side. It continues to pour down here. The rain not letting up here on the campus of Blair Academy. Simon Rosenwasser here with you on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. As Gill St. Bernard struggles to get it upfield, Blair is playing physical here in the midfield. And it's Nicole Johnson who has it in her stick. And good wheels from Nicole Johnson, but even better defense from Benanti. But there is a late whistle and a foul called. So a free position here just outside the fan for Gill, as we await the referee to come back into focus so he can blow the whistle and restart play and let Nicole Johnson know where she's supposed to stand. Here's Johnson with the free position, no angle, so she pulls it back out and resets for Gill. The Knights down by 3. And we'll have another free position here as Blair Academy doubled and knocked it out of the stick of Lexi Yates, class of 2020. And Yates straight on will have an opportunity to shoot here if she so chooses. Quick stick of Lexi Yates, puts one on net and scores as she uses the turf and finishes in the lower left. Lexi Yates to make it 7-5, and we've got ourselves a tight game here. As Gill St. Bernard's, who went down by 3 early on, in fact, they went down by 5, down 5-0, have now climbed back in 7-5, as Yates has scored 3 of the last 4 goals, and the last 3 of her team's goals. Haven't heard from Mia Kirby. She may not be here today for Gill St. Bernard's, leading the team in goals. That's a big loss for the Knights. 70 goals this year from Kirby. And we have not called her name yet. It's been Yates and Garcia, the 2 main options here for Gill St. Bernard's, and they are in this game down by 2. As we're going the same way for the Knights, as they will have a free position opportunity. Lexi Yates back to the top, and Lila Mortensen could not get past her defender, but Yates picks it back up and goes towards the net. Blair able to pinch in on her. A whistle called and a free position opportunity here. Well, close in and from a good angle for Gill. Yates has it in her stick. Bersani, the senior goaltender. Yates passes off to Garcia. And now Garcia splits the D and then finishes in the top right. Wow, little stop and start from Lauren Garcia, and she's got 3 goals on the game. Then Gill within 1.
Go, girls! Let's go, Lexi! On the goal! Let's go, Lauren! Come on, Gill!
So back to the B. And a restart here with just under 5 minutes to go. And it's Blair Academy who wins the ensuing draw control, now clinging to a 1-goal lead here in the first half. And they do get a goal flashing in the front. Is Kate Antonelli, and Antonelli has made an appearance here on the score sheet. 26 goals on the season for Kate Antonelli. And a good response as Garcia just got back on the board. And Blair Academy back up by 2.
I would say they weren't ready. You say she weren't ready? No, she wasn't ready. You'd say they weren't.
Picked up by Blair again. 2 ensuing draw control wins after the goal scored. And they get a goal right off of it. This one scored by number 16 and Emily Mooney, her first goal. We got a lot of goals scored here already, 9-6. And still 4 minutes and 17 seconds left here in the first half. So right back to the middle with 15 goals on the board, with both teams included in that total. And good work by Lexi Yates, winning the battle with Emily Mooney. Yates unable to get it through as Blair Academy does some good defending, and out of the pack here, it's the Bucks with good wheels up the field. Jade Torres running the break. Torres with Jordan Humphrey, among others, helping, and a whistle comes as Blair able to get forward and will settle down after this quick restart. Under 4 minutes to play in half number 1. Bucks with the lead, 5-0 to start the game. And Gill St. Bernard's able to cut it to a 1-goal deficit just moments ago, but Blair Academy with 2 goals here in the last couple of moments. Antonelli and Mooney with each their first goals of the game. And Blair holds this 3-goal lead, just over 3 to play, and have possession. Mooney trying to thread the needle, and just at the last minute, it's Leotis who was able to keep that one from going over the line. It's in Leotis' stick, and they'll restart with the goaltender for Gill St. Bernard's.
Let the kids play!
Only one timeout taken, and it was by Ali Dowie. With about 10 minutes left here in this first half, Blair scored a goal right out of it, as Gill was working themselves back into the game, and the Buccaneers have, since that timeout, regained control with a 3-goal advantage, though Gill could cut it to 2. Which, considering how this game started, they'd feel pretty good about it. Saved by Bersani, though. No, it went in. A goal for Gill, and this one scored by Nicole Johnson. Lexi Yates, another assist. And Nicole Johnson has made it 9-7. So Yates, yet again, battling with Emily Mooney at the B.
Go, Lauren. Come on, Lex.
Another draw control won by Gill. Early on in this one, it was all Blair, and since Gill's gotten back into it, it's been in large part due to the draw control wins, as Lauren Garcia has been elusive, to say the least, here today for Gill. Rain continues to pour down, as it has throughout the entire first half. And a good steal as Pasternak is headed the other way, and numbers for Blair Academy. Antonelli on her right, crashing towards the middle. Pasternak opting to settle it down here with a minute left. She's checked from behind. And it'll be a free position here, a quick restart for Blair Academy as Pasternak drives towards the goal and then slows her pace behind it. 50 seconds to go, and the Buccaneers can be in no particular hurry here, up by 2. And try to ensure themselves a lead, but it's Pasternak who wants more, and she's got it. Goal number 5 for Essie Pasternak here in the first half. And Blair Academy takes a 10-7 lead with 34 seconds to go. Another response from Pasternak. Scored the game's first 3. And has added in another one here. And Blair Academy with 10 goals. Their highest output this year, 20 goals against the Hun School here at home. They did have 18 goals against Pope John and 17 against Mercersburg. So it's a team that we've seen score on this pace before. Well, here on senior night, their last home game of the year, this is when they want to do it most. And under 30 seconds, a ground ball picked up by Gill, and we have a whistle as the clock runs with 20 seconds. It'll have to be quick offense from Gill. They do have some speedy players, and this is one of them, Lauren Garcia, though she's picked off. Wow, what an interception there by Jade Torres. And now it's Mooney behind the net, 7 seconds, whistle. Clock stops with 6 seconds, and it'll be a free restart here for Blair. Full extension interception there from Jade Torres to give Blair yet another opportunity, already up by 3 goals. And in the stick of Emily Mooney for Torres, doubled, shoots and scores! Blair starts the half strong, they finish the half strong. 11 goals in the first half for Blair Academy. And that's the second for Torres. Oh, 3 seconds left. And we'll have a quick draw here, and that'll be it for the first half. And that will do it. Good half of lacrosse here. Essie Pasternak has 5 goals. Ellie Pinkerton has 1 goal. Garcia for Gill St. Bernard's has 2 goals. Yates has 3. Torres has 2. We'll add them all up and have some official stats for you when we come back from halftime. But for now, it's an 11-7 lead as we go to the half. Here from Blair Academy, you're watching the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Start of the second half here from Blairstown, New Jersey, Blair Academy. As Blair has an 11-7 lead as we start the second half of play. 5 goals from Essie Pasternak, 2 goals from Jade Torres, 1 from Pinkerton, 1 from Humphrey, 1 from Antonelli, and 1 from Mooney. For Gill St. Bernard's, 3 for Garcia, 3 for Yates, and 1 for Johnson. Counts for their 7 goals. And we are set to get underway yet again. A lot of action in the first half. See what the second half has in store. Blair on pace for the most goals all year. Again, their season high 20. And again, it's Emily Mooney at the draw, and she wins it as Pasternak sweeps it and is able to pick it up. Pasternak bringing in, flashing towards the middle, and it sails out of the stick of Emily Mooney. Mooney winning the draw, Pasternak bringing it towards the goal, and Mooney almost finishing, but it'll be Gill St. Bernard's who wins on the chase, and we're heading the other way as Gill, with their star goaltender and Catherine Leotis, restarts. But Blair has been very active in the midfield and in their defensive zone, or in their offensive zone. Not allowing the clears. That time, though, Lauren Garcia is able to secure and bring it all the way in on Cage and finish just a bit wide to the right of Cleo Bersani. So a restart in the corner for Gill. Garcia has shown that her legs have been an X factor here, surely throughout the season for Gill, but certainly here today. She made a remarkable goal in the first half, splitting 3 defenders and then stop and start with a hesitation. It's certainly one that she can put on her highlight reel. As Blair holds a 4-goal lead, they had their 5-goal advantage, which was the largest early on in this one, as a whistle blows, and hitting the deck hard is Kate Antonelli on the transition. As she was caught from behind, it'll be a free position here for Kate Antonelli. Daughter of Brian Antonelli, the wrestling coach here of Blair. Antonelli passes, and we'll have another whistle. And a free position opportunity here for Caroline Toll here on senior day. You can see the Blair bench is very excited about Caroline Toll getting an opportunity here with a good angle. Free position right outside the fan. We'll see if she opts to shoot or pass. Leotis ready, the goaltender for Gill. And Toll goes towards the net, shoots, and it's a save made by Leotis. But they're backing up as Blair Academy and Jordan Humphrey, and the Buccaneers settle down offensively. It's Torres. Flashing middle, over the net it goes. Emily Mooney couldn't finish. Good pass from Torres, and a good run by Mooney. And backed up by Blair yet again. Jordan Humphrey there to restart. And now Pasternak. Right goal line extended. Lexi Yates of Gill St. Bernard's with another good defensive play. And it's Haley Armstrong up the right side. Who's fouled? And Haley Armstrong will bring it up here for Gill. Some help from Lila Mortensen. Mortensen taking the space. Pinching over is Chloe Rayer. And Mortensen settles down. Lauren Garcia. And now Yates. Again, we have not seen the leading goal scorer for Gill St. Bernard's as Garcia fights for it, among with some Blair Academy players, and the loose ball is still being fought for until a whistle will give possession to Gill. And it's Lexi Yates who will restart here, has the ball in her stick. Yates can't get by Karina Benanti. Again, Gill St. Bernard's without their top scorer in Mia Kirby, class of 2018. 70 goals this year listed on NJ.com, but no sight of her here today. It's been the Lauren Garcia and Lexi Yates show for Gill. And this time, Nicole Johnson, who did score a goal. Johnson is a senior, played her freshman year, took sophomore and junior years off. Johnson shooting and did not get it towards the net as Blair was able to pinch in well. Here's Garcia picking up the ground ball. Garcia getting past one defender in Victoria Benanti, and then a whistle will halt play. It's Victoria who's called for the violation. Victoria and Karina, the twins from Tenafly, New Jersey. Great communicators on the defensive front for Blair Academy. Sometimes they pinch in to play midfield as well. And picking up this ground ball is Karina. And she wisely passes back to Essie Pasternak. Good work by Blair Academy passing through the midfield. And it was Jordan Humphrey who brought it in, but now the ball being fought for on the ground by Gill and Blair. It's Gill who has the possession.
You got it, Nicole.
Second half, and no goals scored to this point in the first 6 minutes.
Go, Nicole.
Bit surprising considering how the first half went.
Good job, Nicole.
And a good run from Nicole Johnson all the way in on net, and she will score. Nicole Johnson with the first goal of the second half. Great run from all the way on the other side of the field. And Johnson's second goal of the game makes it 11-8 in favor of Blair. And a 3-goal disadvantage here for Gill St. Bernard's.
Sit, Nicole.
Johnson now with goals 16 and 17 today on the season. And again, it's Lexi Yates there at the middle. Up against Emily Mooney. It's been a good battle with both players having success at the face-off X. 50-50 ground ball picked up by Blair Academy. And Jade Torres, who overshoots her intended target, was looking for Pasternak, but it's Gill St. Bernard's who will have numbers the other way, scoring a goal and trying to take that momentum into making this a 2-goal game here. It's Isabella Orazzetti. Has a knocked away, and Benanti wreaking havoc. It's Karina Benanti who has it in her stick after Victoria initially knocked it away. And now Pasternak getting past Nicole Johnson with some good long strides. Runs the break here. And Essie Pasternak will alter momentum as a whistle will stop play. Approaching 18 minutes to go. Pasternak with a free position. Looks like she'll have an opportunity to shoot this one. And Catherine Leotis is ready. Instead, it's passed behind the net. And the Buccaneers will take the time to set up their offense as Jordan Humphrey now has it. Torres waits for the right pass to present itself. Looks back at her coach and Allie Dowie, finds a teammate right in front, and it's scored by Caroline Toll, and Blair Academy's side goes crazy as the senior scores here on senior night. Caroline Toll with a good cut, and Jade Torres with the assist. Toll's first goal of the season. You can tell why she was excited and why her teammates were excited for her. Her last goal, or her first goal of the season in her last home game.
Let's go, Gill. Get it back, Gill. Go, Lauren. Come on, Nick. Get another. Let's go, Gill.
Another one won by Blair. 4-goal lead and looking for more. Torres, though, lost it. And a ground ball being fought for. Good work by Gill. And Courtney Hanks, who wins possession. Hanks with a little lob pass over that defender, and it's Nicole Johnson who loses her footing. A little indication that the turf is wet out there, as the rain may have slowed up a bit. Still coming down, though. And still very wet. Point blank. Great finish. Ellie Pinkerton. And Blair with 2 goals to match the goal scored by Nicole Johnson to start this second half. Toll and Pinkerton, as Pinkerton scores her second of the game. And Blair, who comes into this game with a 3-game losing streak, they look to snap it here. Last game against Pennington, going down in tough fashion by 1 goal. 9-8 on the road. Lost in the state tournament to Lawrenceville, 15-4. And Pingree before that. Before a 3-game winning streak in the middle of the season. Still with a game away at Moravian Academy. So the Buccaneers with a record of 5-7. If they can get to 6-7 here, they have a chance in that last game to pull to an even 500. Another draw control one, and Pasternak takes the flip pass from Torres and then scores. Blair clicking on all cylinders as Torres gets another assist. And Blair with a 6-goal advantage. Just mentioned the schedule for Blair. Let's take a look at those schedule and results. Last couple of games, you see that 3-game losing streak to Pingree, Lawrenceville, and Pennington, and a 3-game win streak before that. Kittatinny, Pope John, and Hunt. And then one more game against Moravian on May 16th to finish off the season for the Blair Buccaneers. And as Emily Mooney does the honors at midfield. And they'll send Lexi Yates out. So Mooney winning another draw control and possession here for Blair. Quickly on the attack, looking for more. A flurry of goals here in the last couple of minutes for Blair Academy. And Essie Pasternak unable to keep possession there, as Garcia will come up the right side for Gill. Just as quickly as Blair has scored here, we've seen the flashes from this girl, Lauren Garcia, who can score in spurts. She scored 2 goals in a span of 12 seconds at one point in the first half.
Go, Lauren.
And Lauren Garcia, who won the ball in the defensive zone, now has a free position opportunity and tries to shoot, but goes high. It is backed up by Gill, and they'll have possession here. 15 minutes to go. Scoring the first goal of this second half, but 3 straight ripped off by Blair Academy. And now the largest lead of the game for Blair is 6 goals, as Lexi Yates is knocked off the ball by Victoria Benanti. But the foul called against Benanti will have a free position here from the near angle for Gill. It is Lexi Yates, who had 22 goals last year, 18 goals this year. Her assists, though, 22 this year to 12 last year. So she's been much more of a facilitator than in years past, though she's maintained the same goal-scoring streak. And she puts one in, finishes well along the bottom portion of the net. And Lexi Yates back on the board. For Gill St. Bernard's, it's 14-9. So Yates has 4 goals now on the game.
Go, Lex.
Lauren Garcia winning this one. The momentum has 2 phases when teams score goals. It's scoring that goal, of course, which is certainly an energy booster, but then winning the ensuing draw control, and that's what Lauren Garcia did. She momentarily lost it, picks it back up, guarded by Pasternak, as well as Peyton Barksdale for Blair. And a defensive win for the Buccaneers, who have been solid defensively. Nothing easy for Gill, especially lately. Here's Kate Antonelli, who can score with the best of them. Pump fakes the shot and will take some space here on the near side. And she took a little shove from the defender in Haley Armstrong. Class of 2021 for Gill. No hurry for Blair, up by 5 goals, 13 minutes and change to go. As they try to nurse this 5-goal lead and hopefully, for their sake, add to it. But a little missed pass there, and it's picked up by the aforementioned Haley Armstrong. She feeds Nicole Johnson. 3 on 4, and now Blair Academy able to get back well. Good wheels in the midfield to get back defensively for Blair Academy, and Gill forced to settle down here in their offense. And no Mia Kirby, leading scorer for Gill St. Bernard's. And the Knights find themselves down by 5. 8-7 this year. Gill St. Bernard's 4-5 in the Skyland Conference. Megan Cassidy, the head coach, played girls lacrosse in high school for the Somerville Pioneers, a team that Gill actually just lost to in the first round of the Somerset County Tournament. A little conflict of interest there for the Gill St. Bernard's head coach. Ellie Pinkerton lost it, and guess who? It's Lauren Garcia who takes a bump from Chloe Rayer. Consistent player for Blair Academy. It's Garcia with not a good angle to shoot. She tries to work herself towards the middle, but Blair rotates well, and now we do have a whistle, as Garcia will win a free position opportunity. She's been a standout here for Gill, and a chance to make this a 4-goal lead for Blair. Garcia has not scored here yet in the second half, scored 3 goals in the first, and that one slipped off her stick. You wonder if the moisture on the crosses have anything to do with that, as it's fought for and eventually won by Blair. Victoria Benanti up the right side. Benanti winning the foot race. Stays with the ball, tries to sneak herself through another defender, and she's called for losing it. She's called for the foul. Didn't like the call, so we're headed the other way. And Gill with Haley Armstrong. Karina Benanti pesters her, and the whistle blows. These kinds of fouls are in Blair's favor, though it allows Gill to get on and in transition. Every time there's a whistle blown, does waste some more time as the clock doesn't stop every time until very late in the second half. 5-goal lead for Blair, though now a free position and possibly a shooting area for Lexi Yates. 10 minutes to go. Blair with the lead, but Gill threatening here with a free position. Yates takes it behind the cage. Cleo Bersani watches her from her post between the pipes. Good flash by Garcia, but she can't finish. She sails it just wide to the right as that ball stops right on the goal line, and then a whistle blows. Let's see what the call is. The ball might have been, it definitely when it stopped, it was on the line, and maybe when it was played by Blair, it was out of bounds. So Gill does have it. Garcia, but it's Bersani who doesn't know where it is. She made the save, and it was a pretty good one, even though she couldn't tell you how she made it. And able to clear it to Ellie Pinkerton. Pinkerton playing physical. And Gill down by 5 goals, starting to get physical in the midfield. That was Lila Mortensen called for the violation. And here's Essie Pasternak. Jade Torres. Transition game has been on point for the Buccaneers here today. And we will have a timeout as Blair Academy will take a 6-goal lead, 8:39 to go here in this one. So Blair going to talk it over. Gill St. Bernard's will do it as well. Here in the second half, we can recap. Simon Rosenwasser here with you on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. 11-7 at halftime. Blair has taken the momentum that they received starting this game hot. 5-0 lead before you could blink an eye, and 3 goals from Essie Pasternak. She's since added on 2 more as Blair took that 11-7 lead into the second half, and then here in this second half, we've had 5 goals at both of the teams. Nicole Johnson, big one for Callie Toll, senior from Riverside, Connecticut, scoring her first goal of the season. And in a big moment to stop some momentum for Gill, who's been trying to get back into it. And then Pinkerton scored and Torres scored. So 3 goals here for Blair in half number 2, 2 goals for Gill St. Bernard's. Coming into this season, leading goal scorer for Blair Academy, Essie Pasternak at 33 goals, now with 38 on the season. Jade Torres and her 3 goals brings her up to 26, and Torres has added in a number of assists. She's been the leading assists leader for Blair Academy this season, and she's been on point with her passes. It's Pasternak and Torres who are neck and neck for the top spot for Blair points getters. 43 points for Pasternak, 40 for Torres. Ground ball category goes to Emily Mooney. This is all coming into the game. 51 for Mooney, who's had a really solid season. Coach Dowie said that Mooney's had a breakout year in terms of her field sense, speed, and outright hustle, and that's what that ground ball category will tell you, who's hustling the most. She's done a nice job at the face-off X as well as she goes to try to win another draw control. It's Lexi Yates against her yet again. And a little dance for Emily Mooney. 8:39 to go, 6-goal lead for Blair Academy. And we're off again. Torres able to win it after Pasternak, who passes into the corner after it was Mooney who won yet another draw control. Coming into the season, 44, and that number well over 50 after today. Blair settles down yet again. Torres has had a nice stick, and she catches that one with ease and settles down, waiting for the right pass in the middle. Finds it, but could not connect. It was Emily Mooney flashing middle, and still Blair doing well, turning Gill over in their defensive zone, and it's Peyton Barksdale who picks it up. Here's Barksdale who pinches in and hands off to Emily Mooney. And this side it's Jade Torres. Torres playing catch with Antonelli. Antonelli at the top. Crossing up with Jade Torres. What a shot. Another goal for Jade Torres, and they score 16-9. Second goal in a row for Jade. And another on the scoreboard for Blair at 17, which we'll go with for now. 17-9, Blair Academy leading. 7:14 to go. What an offensive output here for Blair Academy. Pasternak with Garcia right on her hip. Pasternak running the show from behind the cage. Blair bunches up towards the top of the fan. And now they make their move. What a play. And it's Torres who's in front for another goal. Torres with 3 in a row. And Blair on fire, 18-9. They're now doubling up Gill St. Bernard's. Everything working tonight for the Buccaneers. Lexi Yates trying to get Gill back to their scoring ways. Again, worth mentioning that Gill St. Bernard's has nobody on the bench, so they're fielding a full team. But only just. No subs for Gill St. Bernard. So here in the second half, as Blair continues to win the races, you wonder if fatigue does have something to do with it. Still chilly here. The rain has settled down. Antonelli misses just wide. She has scored today, but only one goal. Good hustle from Zora Bissell as Bissell retains possession for Blair, approaching 6 minutes to go here in half number 2. Torres. Have a whistle right outside the fan, a free position here. And it's Emily Mooney, not Jade Torres. Here's Mooney with looking right at her and Catherine Leotis. Mooney trying to finish on the right side, but back to the screen it goes. The chase won by Blair. As Bissell won the race and serves it back to Essie Pasternak. Patient offense yet again here for Blair Academy. As that one is knocked away by Gill as they try to pinch it in. And the Knights on the attack. Lily Cannon shoved off the ball. Whistle finally comes.
Get it back, Laura.
Blair on the restart with Pasternak.
Get Lila.
Haley Armstrong right with her. Pasternak finding Torres. Mishandles, and now in the possession of Nicole Johnson of Gill.
That's it, Nicole.
Under 4 to play. Blair settles down defensively. And now Lauren Garcia with Lexi Yates peeling back into the offensive zone. Receives the pass from Garcia. And here's number 28 again, Lauren Garcia. Her stop and start. And good agility, though it's knocked out of her stick by Benanti. Yates. Good dodge, and Yates right on Cage as she's able to draw the foul. Gorgeous stick work there by Lexi Yates, and now she'll have a good free position opportunity pretty much straight on. Off to the left just a little bit. 18-9 the score. Gill looking for goal number 10. They will not get it as Cleo Bersani makes the save. They do turn it over, though, do the Blair Academy Buccaneers.
Get it back, Lauren.
Bucks moving left to right. Pinkerton has her momentum halted for a flashing middle teammate. Battle won by Essie Pasternak as she escapes the pack with the ball. Pasternak with a quick sprint towards the middle, and then a whistle will stop play. Free position coming for Essie Pasternak. Gonna be a tough angle here for a shot. And Pasternak with a great feed for Kate Antonelli on the far side, and she finishes. It is the 19th goal of the game for Blair Academy, a double-digit advantage here with less than 2 minutes to play. Thinking Pasternak was going to shoot, Gill pinched in on her, and they forgot about Kate Antonelli, who scores her 27th goal of the season. That's good for third on the team. Though actually, coming into the game, Jade Torres had 23 goals, and Kate Antonelli had 25. Torres has scored at least 4 here today. As we've got a whistle down near the Gill goal. Blair winning yet another battle. And we will have free position here for Blair. Bissell working her way in. Knocked off the ball and picked up by Nicole Johnson. And intercepted there by Jade Torres, who's been all over the place. What a game for Jade Torres. As the time will wind down on this one, Blair Academy going to come out victorious. A nice win. 19-9. They will end their 3-game losing streak. And that'll do it. As Blair Academy comes out victorious here today. Nice game from Cleo Bersani, who finishes up her career strong. Jade Torres was phenomenal here today, scoring, but also with just possession in the midfield. Emily Mooney did a phenomenal job, and the draw controls in transition, Blair was great. Essie Pasternak, who's been doing it all season long for Blair, came out and scored the game's first 3 goals and finishes with 5 on the game. And Allie Dowie's got to be happy as she chats with her squad. Victorious Blair Academy Buccaneers team. That's going to do it for us here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Our camera operator, Jack Six. I'm Simon Rosenwasser. We're glad you could join us here, and we'll see you next time. One more broadcast here from Blair Academy. Next week, we will be here for the finale of the boys lacrosse season. They take on, I believe, Moravian. We'll see you for that one. But here it is a win for Blair, 19-9, and we'll see you next time here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network.